From Kalamazoo, direct to you, it's a WKZO.com quickcast.
Welcome everyone to our media day here at the Kalamazoo County Expo Center and Fairground. My name is Greg Ayers. I'm the president of Discover Kalamazoo, and we welcome you to a preview of the 30th annual Street Rod Nationals North that's being produced and presented by the National Street Rod Association. This year's event marks the 23rd consecutive year that the Street Rod Nationals North has been held in Kalamazoo. And according to figures provided by the National Street Rod Association, the event is estimated to generate approximately $1.7 million in visitor spending. We want to thank the Kalamazoo County Expo Center and Fairground, Dave Rakowitz and his team, for their efforts in preparing for this week. Without these venues, we can't host events in our communities, and we again thank them for their great work leading up to today and through the rest of the weekend. And also a recent partnership with the Greater Kalamazoo Lodging Association to welcome the Street Rods back to Kalamazoo again. And once again this year, its members of the Lodging Association are doing key cards for the National Street Rod guests that come into town, and these become great mementos that people can take back to their communities. So to preview this year's event and to be able to answer the questions that you may have specifically about the Street Rod Nationals North, it's my pleasure to introduce a good friend of Kalamazoo's and of Discover Kalamazoo specifically, Jerry Kennedy from the National Street Rod Association.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning. On behalf of the National Street Rod Association, we do want to thank each and every one of you for coming out this morning and for taking the time out of your busy schedule to take a quick preview of what we're going to offer here at the Street Rod Nationals North this weekend. And behind me, I think we have some good representation of exactly what the people are going to see here. In addition to the 2,500 plus street rods that will be here, will be over 115 commercial exhibitors, manufacturers and dealers that are on display that will be showing, displaying and selling the latest in automotive technology of what our sport has to offer. In addition to the manufacturers exhibits, we have 3 buildings full of arts and crafts for the ladies. We've got over 400 vendors of vintage parts in the swap meet area, which could be somebody that started a project that wants to start something different, possibly change, clean out a garage of parts or whatever. So you can find something that you can just about drive away, an older car that you could drive away, or maybe that one little specific part you've always wanted to find, or memorabilia piece that you might wanted to find that is out there. In addition to that too, we have the same type of thing that we've always offered here on the grounds, is a total family fun event. We have our own disc jockey on the grounds that makes our announcements and does music all weekend long. We have entertainment for our participants each and every evening, and we also do our own worship service on the grounds on Sunday morning. So it is a total family event. We definitely want to express our sincere appreciation both to the Kalamazoo County Fairgrounds and the Parks Department for being such gracious hosts each and every year that we have been here, and a big special thanks to the Convention and Visitors Bureau right here in Kalamazoo, who without their support we could not do this too, because they work very hard to work with NSRA and myself each and every year in the preparation of the accommodations guide, where we get these hotels in and around and through the area to work with us so that these people have a place to stay. We also have people camping on site, and if you just to my rear and look up at the other end of the grounds, you will see motorhomes and campers already in line to get into the fairgrounds, which opens at 2 o'clock. Some of those have been in line as of last night in order to get this particular place on the campgrounds that they want. Our commercial exhibitors and manufacturers and dealers are moving in today. That's what you see moving around in the background as well. I would like to thank one of our host clubs, the Rod Benders out of Western Michigan, for being here with us this morning. They have been one of our 4 host clubs for each of the years that we have been here in Kalamazoo. If you know what it's like to get 2 people to agree on something once in a while, these 4 clubs that co-host the Street Rod Nationals North come together here every year to get all of these jobs done that we do. They help us in registration. They help us on the front gate. They coordinate the swap meet. They do a poker run on Saturday afternoon that our participants get in line. They take off from here on a poker run, and each and every year the rod benders change this route on the poker run, and then they will end up on a different place. Each of the 5 stops that they do on the poker run, they pick up a poker card, and the guy with the best hand wins the pot. And I'm sure there's nothing illegal about that. As to what they do, and at the end of the deal too, they always end up feeding them, and our people really enjoy that. We encourage them, our visitors and attendees, to go on the poker run, because they always take them in an area that you may not find within your community on your own if you're a guest here in Kalamazoo, and they have done a great job with that each and every year. Out of the participants that we will have here this weekend, we will find out who actually came the farthest on Sunday afternoon, as that person will win our coveted long distance award. You have to drive that vehicle to this event to win that award. And I can tell you that to date, we have got entries here from Wyoming, Montana, Hawaii, and we'll find out where else when they come. And Hawaii. And
they didn't drive.
He drove from Los Angeles. They put it on a boat and bring it over to here, and he's doing 2 or 3 events, and then he'll drive it back to Los Angeles and take it back home. But it's something that they really like to do. And we've got approximately 18 to 20 cars. The very next weekend after we're done here, our next event is in Burlington, Vermont, and we've got a group that are touring from here and going to that event from here. We also have a couple out of North Carolina that have vowed this year that they're going to make every NSRA event, and so far they haven't missed one. And so that's 12 events back and forth across the United States, and they go home every time in between events. And when it's done, he will put approximately 32,000 miles on a 39 Chevrolet, he and his wife. And they're having a ball. Said it's something he always wanted to do, and of course you take a car nut, the best thing that anybody could want to do too is be able to do what these folks are doing, and that's just drive this car back and forth and be on vacation all summer long. So we feel that we've got a lot to offer here at the Street Rod Nationals North, and once your readers, your viewers, or your listeners come on the grounds and see what we've got, we feel that they too will agree. It's just a whole lot neater than just seeing them drive down the road, because you get to walk up, you get to look inside, you get to see what makes them go, talk to the people that build them, and you will find that they're gearheads, but they're not professional mechanics by any means. They will represent literally all walks of life that for this weekend take off the blue jeans, or put on the blue jeans and the t-shirts after taking off the jackets and the ties, the nurse's uniform, the police uniform, or whatever they may have, just to come here for this weekend of good time. And they will love to speak with you. They'll love to share their love of these cars. It won't surprise me to have you walk up and have a gal say, "This is not his car, this is mine." And as I was telling the guys from the CVB yesterday, we had one in another state, the license plate even read, "was his." We didn't choose to go there, but she would tell you that. And but at any rate, we do sincerely thank you for coming out this morning. We would be more than happy to ask any questions that you may have, and the car owners that are parked out here would love for you to take a look at what they've got, and they would answer any questions for you as well.
Are all 12 events as big as this one?
No, some of them are bigger. We just finished our Street Rod Nationals 3 weeks ago, and we had 11,003 cars there. That is the granddaddy. That's the big one of all of them. This event has predominantly run number 3 in the divisional events. We do 1 Street Rod Nationals and 11 divisional events, and this event has normally been number 3 in size for the divisional events, and always a good event. And the weatherman, whoever station was responsible for the weather this weekend, this is what we come to enjoy.